A Northwest Ohio nurse just returned from Ukraine. She spent a month helping those impacted by the ongoing war with Russia.
She was born in Ukraine, and this was her first time back since Russia invaded nearly 3 years ago. Sophia Periconi talked to her and joins us live in the newsroom. Sophia?
Mel, we first introduced our community to Mila Buria back in June when Tea Tree Asian Bistro held a fundraiser to help her get to Ukraine as a volunteer nurse with Global Care Force. Mila finally raised enough money to get there, and she tells me although it was a difficult experience, she felt it was her calling to help those impacted by the war.
It's very dark. Very dark.
That's how nurse Mila Buria describes the current conditions in Ukraine. Russia invaded her home country nearly 3 years ago. She's been living in Northwest Ohio for about a decade. But this year, she went back to Ukraine as a volunteer nurse.
I received such a call to be a volunteer, like right there, and basically to go and mostly to pray for people, just to share faith.
Mila left in September and returned to Northwest Ohio just a few weeks ago. She says at first it was an adjustment, figuring out how to live and work in unstable conditions.
When we arrived to the hotel, they told us there's no electricity at this moment because sometimes people would spend hours, could be days, depends on the time. There is no electricity.
She says in the month that she was there, she worked in triage, doing the typical tasks like taking vitals and checking blood sugar.
We went in areas where people just need help, but there's no help from anywhere because there's nothing is close.
But it quickly turned into more, helping treat patients dealing with the trauma of war.
One of the persons just shared to me that she saw not just explosion, not just the bombing in front of her, but also people's parts of the body that went in the air.
Mila says nothing could have prepared her for what she heard and saw.
Being in Ukraine, it was a one world. I arrived like now I'm living in a different world.
But even in the darkness of war, Mila found a way to be a light for others.
You see the person who is stressed out, but you are here for them to bring a piece of peace to their heart through the prayer.
Despite how difficult it was to be there, Mila tells me she does want to go back to Ukraine to help in an emergency room. Reporting live in the newsroom, Sophia Periconi, WTOL 11.